Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Let's start. Yeah.
Hey.
Good morning, everyone. 早上好.
Good morning.
My name is Christina Chen.
And my name is Yu-Ning Chang.
And this is China on the Internet. So as you have probably noticed by now, this is not Rob. Rob is on vacation right now.
Yeah. Hi, Rob. He's in China right now.
Yeah, Rob is actually, he's on the train to Tibet right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
He's with his family in China, so we miss you, Rob. But
Right.
we're super excited to have Leo here. Leo is one of our good friends. Both Rob and I are friends with you, not
Yes.
through the same way, though.
No.
We've met doing different things in
Yeah.
New York City.
But it feels like it's such a small community because, like, you just met people and you somehow feel like, oh, everyone is connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though New York is huge.
Yeah.
So Leo is also an actor based in New York City. So that's how Leo and I met. We actually met at the Hamilton
Audition.
call last summer.
Last summer. It was almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago.
And I remember that was my first audition after moving into the city. That's
Wow.
like the first few days, like second or third day when I moved to the city.
And we were there at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were standing right next to each other. And the rest is history.
Yeah. And you and Rob met through doing a commercial?
Yes,
or?
we did a commercial for NYC Well. And then he was doing the Cantonese part. I was doing the Chinese part. And then we just met. And then somehow a month later, and we were both doing like a documentary for an NYU project. And then we didn't know that we were doing that together. We just knew that, the director was interviewing other actors, Asian American actors. That's all. And then there was one time the director was like, hey, I would like to gather all of you guys together just to, discuss what kind of obstacles that you have running into. And then when we saw each other at the coffee shop, we were like, what the heck? What
are the odds, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that happens to me a lot, especially when I go to auditions for things that are related to being Asian American or Asian.
Yeah.
I always see the same
Yeah.
5 or 10 people, and it's really cool to have that small community.
I always see you.
I always see you, yes. We ran into each other the other day, too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you had just moved from, where were you just moved from again? Last
San
summer?
Diego.
Right, San Diego.
Yeah. Such a beautiful city.
That's
Have you
amazing.
been?
Yeah, I used to live there for
That-
4 years.
That's right.
Yeah. Isn't that when I was really little?
Yeah,
And you were
yeah.
going to school out there?
Yes, I was doing my master's degree for musical theater.
Right.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
At San Diego State University.
And look at you now,
You know?
doing the musical theater thing.
Going strong,
Just had your off-Broadway debut.
Yes.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Oh, I'm so sad I missed it. I was up in Boston doing that show with Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Be it gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Well, thanks for being here today.
Of course.
So for those of you who are just listening in for the first time, this is China on the Internet, where we talk about things that are trending on the internet in China, things about China, anything pretty much. So this week we're going to talk a lot about music because that's been blowing up lately.
Yeah.
We were looking at this article on the China Daily that was covering this concert that Modern Sky just put up at the Tango Club, I believe it's called, in Beijing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were familiar with Modern Sky before.
Well,
a little bit, right?
I heard of it because some of my friends, they are based in New York and they're working in the music industry, so they know that this is a really big company, and they also like sign different singers and bands, and they also bring them to different countries to perform. I think one of their biggest purpose is to just introduce Mandopop or like Mandarin speaking band or music to the world, just to put it out there and introduce them to other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool because there are so many great Chinese singers and bands. Their music are so different, and that's something that you don't hear in the Western music industry.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not mainstream music. I think they call it. It's like an indie.
Yeah.
Like the style of music is indie themed, which I think is great. I listened to some of the music.
I did too.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So basically, Modern Sky, it's the 9th installment. They released it, and they started in 1997, so a
Yeah.
while ago. And their goal, like you said, is to promote up-and-coming singers and artists in China and to spread it because they have a New York-based segment too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is so cool. And one of the performers was a group called Florowitz Show, which is a group of 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And they're all graduates of the Central Conservatory of Music in Beijing, where they were trained classically. And they performed 2 songs. And then another band is called, what is it called again?
So Far So Good.
So Far So Good.
Yeah, I just love that name. I was like, wow, because I've never heard of their music.
Me neither.
Yeah, but I was like, So Far So Good.
It's-
You got me already.
Yeah,
like,
what
with
is
the
their
name.
Chinese name? How do they?
I think it's 恰好乐团.
Yeah.
恰就是恰恰好, and 恰好乐团.
Yeah.
乐团 is band, so
Right.
恰好乐团.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of their song that they played at the festival was really good. Do you want to listen to some of it?
Sure.
Okay.
Can we dance?
Can we
I'm just
dance? We
kidding.
can dance
We'll
in our
dance
seats.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
So it's kind of hard to find this music on U.S. streaming platforms because it's released through Modern Sky.
Yeah.
If you go through their website, you can find it. We found it through Apple Music. So we're going to play this song. It's called Family, and it's both in English and Mandarin.
Yeah.
And it has like total disco vibes. So we're going to play it. It's like a really groovy beat.
80s or 90s.
Yeah. It's so, I could like hear this on the radio
Yes.
here, like in the summer.
It's kind of like a little bit like Bruno Mars.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, totally. I was also thinking Scissor Sisters,
Uh-huh.
like from the 2000s.
Yeah.
His voice is so good.
Yeah.
It totally has Bruno Mars vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, you just so like
Yeah,
want to move
exactly. Man, that concert must have been so fun.
Yeah. It's in September, right? Or
That's the next one. This
the
one
next
already
one.
happened in
Yeah.
Beijing, yeah. That's their band. We'll show you
Yeah.
the photo of them. It's 5 dudes from China. They're total, like, their aesthetic is so high fashion.
yeah. I was like, I want their outfits.
You say?
Yeah. Rob and I can, both pick one.
Yeah.
Just-
Anyway, alrighty. So that is one of the songs called Family. It's really great.
Yeah.
I would listen to it all the time. So what was cool about this big night in Beijing is that it was one at the Tango Club, which is a pretty big venue.
Have you been?
I have not, but looking at the photos,
Yeah.
it
I was
looks
looking at that too.
pretty big.
And it's packed.
It's packed.
Yeah.
You can't even see where the people end.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And then the 3 sisters were also performing 2 of their songs, and they I want to play a little bit of their music too because they kind of remind me of the band Haim. Do you know them? Am I saying that right?
Hang?
Haim, Haim. They're like the 3 sisters as well, and they're American. They're really
I
good.
actually have never heard of
You've
them.
heard of The Wire, the song The Wire, or Don't Save Me?
I mean, I've been
I'm
to
sure
the
you've heard
States
it.
for like 2-3
That's
years.
true.
But like when I hear the song, I'm sure I would
I'm sure you would.
just know it. But
Let me
yeah.
just find it really quick.
Cool. At first I was like, ham? Like
I know. I
the
think I'm
food
saying their
ham?
name wrong.
Well,
Well, do you recognize them? They're like very like aesthetically pleasing. Here, let's.
all right.
They blew up like maybe 5 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and like now they're just consistently releasing good music.
Oh. Actually, I don't think I've heard of them,
Really?
but yeah.
Wow.
This is my educational moment. Thank you for taking the time.
Well, to be fair, you just did move to the States a couple years ago, yeah.
But I like it though. Like, every day I'm still learning constantly, musically, language wise.
Yes.
I like it.
This would be a great pop rock selection
Yeah.
for you. So yeah, they're kind of like the iconic three sisters of the
Uh-huh.
United States, and they do a lot of collabs with people too. They recently like were at Taylor Swift's concert, but
Oh.
this kind of reminds me of them, like the sound.
Because
So
they're triplet.
they're triplets.
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
wow.
Yeah. And I think their Mandarin name are Bing Xue
And
Fei
Fei, yeah.
Yeah, because I think their mom is very into Hong Lo Meng, which is a really famous novel in the history. And then they got the name from the novel.
And is it like 冰儿雪 like ice,
Yeah.
snow, and fei
Fei,
like
fly. Yeah.
Oh, so kind of like the elements a little, or not the
Yeah.
elements,
I mean-
but nature-y.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, it's so cool, and the name just like has its own personality.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so cool.
Xue
Fei, yeah. And their last name is Du.
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 Du. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't read it without the tones.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe you, me, and Rob, we can have one.
I know we should each have our own
Which one
names.
would you like?
Oh, I feel like I would be like Binger.
Okay, I'll pick Fair.
Yeah, you're definitely Flair. And
Yeah,
then
I want to fly.
Yeah,
And
and
Rob, you have no choice.
Rob, you're Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
You're Snow.
The snow.
But I want to play their music because it's very similar vibes.
Mhm.
Um,
不痛不痒，就算过了一生，被你为什么？
I don't know. It gives me a little Adele feel.
oh yeah, it does sound like Adele.
Yeah.
Wow. It's very haunting.
Mhm.
Once it picks up, it sounds more like the other band too.
时刻眼泪会掉落，一个一个走过，一个一个错过。
I like the breath. Like,
Totally.
it feels like they're speaking, they're talking.
It's not really like any other Chinese music that I've
Yeah.
really listened to.
闪着刺痛我，因为享受着它的灿烂。
It's gorgeous.
忍受着它的腐烂。
I can just, lie down and take
Yeah.
a nap right now.
Exactly.
It's chill, but like, I don't know. I feel like the meaning is really deep.
I can like maybe understand every other word, like every other sentence. I have to like wait for them to finish the sentence, and
Yes.
then I can understand what
Yeah.
it is. Like, how do I get you to stay?
Yeah.
So it's a very sad
and
sad song.
A little dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That we found on Billy, the song, because again, it's hard to find it on U.S. streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll link all of them below so you can take a listen too. I just think it's so cool that there's this there's this company that's dedicated
Mm-hmm.
to bringing new voices out. It kind of reminds me of 88 Rising, which is like the U.S. based. Also, it's not just Chinese; it's also like other Asian artists, and
Yeah.
it's dedicated to bringing them
Yeah.
to the table.
To the industry, because people like it, like starting from K-pop and now
Mm-hmm.
Mendo pop, and lots of people like those kind of music, but they just don't have the access to listen
Exactly.
to those music. Like it's hard to find a streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now bring them to the States and give them the opportunity and venues to perform. I think that's a really cool idea.
And they
Yeah.
are coming to the States. They're coming. I don't think these specific groups are
Mm-hmm.
coming, but Modern Sky is having a
concert?
U.S. festival here in New York City on September 22nd.
Oh, yes. And actually, I know a member from Sunset Roller Coaster. It's a band from Taiwan.
Really?
Yeah, 落日飞车.
Sunset Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
弱路什么？
飞车.
飞车. Oh, roller
Yeah.
coaster. Yeah, yeah.
落日飞车.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we'll link it to, if you go to modernskyfestivalnyc.com, you can see the lineup. It looks really fun. It's in Central
Yeah.
Park.
Yes. Oh, Ramsey Playfield. That's where I just emceed at the concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you did a concert too?
So, the Taiwanese Waves I told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started 4 years ago, and Taiwan was the first in Asia to, have a night that is dedicated to Taiwanese music. So each year, my friend, who's a curator, she just brought different bands and singers who sings like Taiwanese or Chinese or different other languages in Taiwan and bring them to the States. And it has been a great success. Like this year, we broke the record of the amount of the audience. We had 4,600 audience for one night. And if you're familiar with Mando Pop, there's one lady, her name's Wan Fang. She actually started her career in 1990.
Wow.
And she has been so famous and so successful, not just in music, she's also an actress. And she has done lots of like musical or straight plays. And then she performed here at the Taiwanese Waves at Summer Stage this year.
So cool.
So, and it was really cool to see how the I shouldn't say foreigners, the American audience, because they are not exposed to Chinese music, right?
Yeah.
But when they hear it, they just like, they were dancing around, they were humming along. And one of the artists, one of the singers, her name's Bao. And she actually speaks one of the indigenous language in Taiwan, which I don't even understand. It's called Taiwanese. Taiwanzu, Taiwanyu. But she said one phrase that was so cool. She was like, well, as long as we have beats, as long as we have rhythms, we are friends.
Totally.
And I was like, that's such a clever way to put it. Right?
Absolutely. Because music, even if you can't understand the lyrics, you can still understand the mood and the tone and the beat and the rhythm.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So
That's so cool.
if you like Mandopop, if you are interested in Chinese music, you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We should like tape something and then
We can post our review for the next episode.
okay, we can
Yeah.
be our Bing Share Fair.
Yes.
Yeah, the three of us.
Yeah. That's incredible. We should, So it looks like the bands are called Doors, CISO Neon, Sunset Roller Coaster, Bohan Phoenix, Live, special guest Akin, Yao 13, special guests Urbai and Song Dong Ye, and then Tizzy T and Dynamic Duo. You know what's great is I've never heard of any of these people.
Oh,
And I think it would be-
Song Dong-ye, he's also famous. His songs are so different, but so good.
I'm
You'll-
excited.
We should go. We definitely
Okay,
need to
let's go.
Yeah.
September 22nd, what is that, a Saturday?
I don't know, but we'll just
We'll figure it out.
and we'll go.
Other cities. Oh, they have Los Angeles as well. Okay, not right now, just kidding. Toronto, maybe. Nope, not right now.
Well,
Okay, well,
I'm sure more information
Yeah.
will be posted on their.
yeah, go to their website.
yeah.
We'll link it. Oh,
Ooh,
I'm just going to close this tab.
yes.
Okay,
Goodbye.
great. So, yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah.
I think it's great that Modern Sky is kind of like releasing each year, or
Yeah.
they're trying to at least. And
I think I read it somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning, when they released the albums, they had like, some famous band or well-known band already to be included in the albums.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, they are really focusing on upcoming
Mm-hmm.
and rising bands and singers to give them a platform to showcase their music. And I
That's
think that
awesome.
is so great.
yeah, I can't really think of an American equivalent. The only thing that I could think of is like American Idol, but that's like a
Yeah,
TV show, and that's like
Voice.
The Voice, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like just releasing an album. The only thing I can think of is 88 Rising, like I said, which actually 88 Rising. So Rob and I talk about 88 Rising all the time because Rob is obsessed. He's gonna be mad that we're talking about it without him, but I'm just kidding. Kind of.
We'll talk more.
We'll talk more about it
Robert?
later, Rob. We're saving another topic for when he comes back because he really wants to talk about it. But 88 Rising is a media company that like Nicki is signed with them, Rich Brian, the Higher Brothers, all Asian artists. A lot of them are rappers. Some of them
Yeah.
are like more indie. Like Nicki is a rapper, but she also sings some softer things. So they just had like an Asian Coachella in
Oh.
LA.
Some of my friends actually went to
My
that
friends went there too.
Yeah.
My friend was like put it on her Instagram, and I was like, what
is that?
Yeah. So I looked it up, and that kind of reminded me of it. Where is it? Yeah. So this is on Rolling Stone, Head in the Clouds, which is Rich Brian, K-pop group icon at Asia Coachella, which is
That's so awesome.
so cool. But it wasn't, marketed as Asian Coachella. I think people who went were just being like, oh, where are you going this week? Like, oh, I'm going to Asian Coachella. Which is really awesome. Because Coachella, their lineup is, known for being not too diverse.
Yeah.
They only recently had Beyonce. She was the first black woman to headline.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, didn't even know that.
Yeah, and that's Beyonce. Like, you can't really get better than, and like, she was the first one, which is insane. So this is like really cool that they were, not to like, say anything bad about Coachella. Like, I've never been. I'm sure it's a wonderful time, but I just think this is so cool that it's dedicated to,
to a specific culture,
right?
And to promote it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was in the LA State Historic Park in downtown LA, which is so much more accessible than Coachella too.
Yeah. And I think it's a really great start point because there are lots of Asian population there.
Totally.
And then there are also many like Liu Xuesen, just like me, who study abroad, and they will miss the music from their home countries, so they can also go to those places and just to like, if I feel like I'm homesick, and I can go to listen to music from where I grew up from, and then you can bring your friends, and you can also introduce the music to those who haven't listened to it. And
agreed.
It's a great start point, and I think having the Modern Sky concert in New York is also really great because in New York we also have lots of Asian population here.
Totally.
And people are very open-minded to different styles and genres of music. So yeah.
It looked really cool. I got to see like an inside of it because my friend was there, like her perspective. But apparently, over 20,000 people were there, and it was a single day festival.
Oh my!
One day.
Gosh.
That's a large number. And apparently, this festival had its like tryout run at South by Southwest earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So they like did a little sample of it to see how it would do, and then I think they like raised more money, and then were able to do it in LA.
Oh.
But it totally
so
makes sense
cool.
to do in LA. Over New York.
Yeah.
But I would hope that they would bring it to New York. So if you're listening, Head in the Clouds, come to New York.
Yeah,
We want you here. Other performers included Deb Never, DPR Live, and the Indonesian R&B singer Nikki. She was there. Oh, wow. That makes me upset that I wasn't there.
When was it?
It was literally this past weekend. It was this past, when was it? This article was posted August 19th. This was posted yesterday. When was it? It doesn't say on. I feel like it was this Saturday or Sunday because that's when I saw my friend's Instagram stories about it. Head in the Clouds. What day did he post this on? Let's look. Rich Brian posted it. He posted this 1 day ago.
Oh, so
is this his trailer?
Recent.
That's his trailer for 2 days ago. So so it was this weekend.
The past weekend.
He has 2.7 million followers.
Wow.
Do you know Rich Brian?
I am not familiar with him.
Oh
actually.
Wow. Rob would be crying if you said that.
Educate me.
We've done a couple episodes on him. He has a couple new songs. One's called Yellow. Rob's gonna kill me that I don't know the other one. But
rapper.
He is a rapper. So it's really upbeat music, but he talks about really personal stuff in his songs. So it's not just all about, like, oh, parties, drinking. It's like about him like growing up, like moving to the States and like being othered and being like an Asian kid growing up in America. And so it's a lot about that. And the songs are really great. It is special, but also the songs, like if you're not listening to the lyrics, you wouldn't really know because it's like the beats are so heavy and the music is so, catchy.
Yeah.
So he's great. So he
All right.
performed there. Rich Brian.
It'll be on my Spotify.
He's on Spotify.
Today.
Yeah.
Great.
If you follow 88 Rising on Instagram or Spotify,
Then
it's kind of like Modern Sky.
Yeah.
But it's more accessible to Westerners.
Okay.
Or like US listeners.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Great.
Yeah. So he was there. Who else was there? Where's this article?
That one.
Thank you. Oh, it's a Rolling Stone article. So Rich Brian was there. Jonathan Park, here's a quote from him. He said, "When I first started rapping 10 years ago, there was never opportunities for Asian artists to perform at things like this." He's the rapper at Dumbfounded Head. He was one of the first artists signed to 88 Rising as a performer at this year's event. There were Asians in hip-hop, sure, but nothing of this magnitude to the point where we could have our own festival. It just shows how far we've come.
Wow. That's
Amazing.
very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said we got to show different types of Asians, from EDM DJs to rappers to indie rock singers. It's important that we have all different types of Asians in there. Totally. Got
It's
Chinese,
like,
Americans, Indonesian.
yeah. We need that. We
Totally.
need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool that we both had friends who were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely, I think the location was trending on Instagram too, in LA.
Yeah. Wow. Wish we were there.
I know. I wonder if they'll come to New York.
Come to New
Come
York.
to New York. Or maybe we'll go next year if they do another one. I feel like if they had 20,000 people there, it'll happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a K-pop group called Icon.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with them either, but they look cool.
I'm
Yeah,
not familiar
the-
with them either. Is this? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Let's look up Icon on the Rolling Stone. Oh,
Icon.
they only have one article. We can maybe like Google their Instagram.
Yeah.
Do they have Instagram?
I think they do. Because the picture was just from their Instagram, right?
That was from like a fan's Instagram, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, with
With
Iconic.
Iconic.
Okay, 3.3 million followers.
Wow.
Wow, this is a video from the show probably. Should we watch
All
it?
right, let's do it.
All right. Oh, wait, July 27th. Oh, this is a
Oh.
different show. But I still,
You can still
look,
get a feel.
That's their arena.
Concert.
Look how big that is.
That's insane. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Wow, people are going crazy. Do you think this is in Korea?
Probably.
Oh my god, yes. Look at that. Can you imagine being there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
And everyone knows the words.
Yeah. This is insane. It just reminded me that one of my friends, he was just at Backstreet Boys concert this past
In
weekend.
Vegas, right?
No, I think it's Philadelphia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a friend who went to the one in Vegas maybe like 2 weeks ago. Then.
Yeah, and then I just saw the video, and like everyone was singing with
Yeah.
them. I was like, wow, those good old days. And
Right.
they're still going strong. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's
Backstreet's
so
back.
incredible.
All right. So this is like the equivalent.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to follow them on Instagram later.
Their photo looks cool, like the pose.
The
you know.
poses. Look at all their
outfit.
hair. All the different kinds of hair. You got red
Yeah.
hair, you got blonde hair, the curly hair. Amazing. That's super cool. I think it's really awesome that, you know, all these different artists are getting voices in the States now, too. They're not just trending over in their native countries.
Yeah,
Super cool.
because music is a language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool that music, especially for us as artists, that it's been trending a lot. But I also have been seeing some other stuff recently trending on like Weibo with like technology and infrastructure, especially in China, because, you know, when I would be in the States, I went to school in Boston, and I would like go for a year, go home for the summer, and there
Yeah.
would be like 5 new skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Like everything just moves so quickly there.
Yeah.
I feel like they're way ahead of us when it comes, or ahead of the States when it comes to like building new things, to
Yeah.
new technology.
Because I've only been to Shanghai and Beijing,
Mm-hmm.
but like when I was there for a few days, everything was like, you know, in construction. Like they're constantly building things, and my friends who are from those cities, they were like, you have no clue how the city looks like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even 5 years ago to now, like when I left for college, 5, 6 years ago, when did I leave for college? Coming on 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Or no, coming on 5 years
5.
ago. Even the building that I lived in was like not the same as it is now. Like they just built so many more buildings within my compound, which is crazy.
Oh. You'd
So-
be like, where am I now?
I know. And like the buildings around me, like the skyline is totally different.
Uh-huh.
And like what's sad is like a lot of the hutongs are being destroyed, right? Because they're being pushed
Yeah.
out to like make bigger buildings, which is really sad.
That's my favorite part in Beijing is hutong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you feel the history and the atmosphere is just so good.
Yeah.
But,
What's
Yeah.
crazy is that they've started developing with, transportation too.
Uh-huh.
Like there's that high-speed train that goes from Beijing to Shanghai,
I've
right?
heard.
And now they're doing cars. Like not just public transportation, but
Mhm.
self-driving, high-speed, individual cars.
Yeah. I mean, I think this topic has been out there for a while. Like,
Yeah.
people have been, like, developing the technology, but they
Like
were
Tesla,
just doing
yeah.
a test,
Yeah.
right?
Like an actual test. Yeah,
an
this
actual
was
test.
a couple days ago in Jinan province.
Yeah.
So it says China's first intelligent connected expressway in the eastern province of Shandong began automatic driving tests on Friday, according to the Qilu Transportation Development Group. So essentially, it means it's an expressway.
Yeah.
It has 3 tunnels, 3 toll gates, and a bridge, and numerous longitudinal slopes that simulate real road situations. So it's like a fake expressway. It's 26 kilometers long, and it meets like real life conditions.
Yeah.
And it was a self-driving car.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I would ever get into a self-driving car.
I know, because
I guess like a subway or it's like the same thing.
yeah, but like the subway, I don't know. There's like a track.
Yes, that's and they're
Yeah.
operators still.
Yes. And for like a self-driving car,
It can just
because like it's not just you're focusing on yourself. There are other cars around you. Yeah, and they might not be self-driving cars, and you cannot predict what they're doing.
Totally.
And I'm sure the technology is being developed to a point that they can detect the potential danger that's coming up.
Right.
But it just makes me worry.
No, same. Even like in, I think what car does my aunt have? It's a Subaru, and I was driving it, and like when a car was coming up in your blind spot, it makes like a beeping noise,
Yeah.
and it shows you where, but it's not like, oh, you're gonna crash. It just shows
Yeah.
that there's a car there. So there is sensory stuff, and they're like, there are cameras, and I feel like aren't Teslas self-driving? Some of them, like you can go on like autopilot or
I
something.
think so.
It's yeah.
I mean, because I saw a video last year about a self-driving test, and they were just launching this technology at a conference, and they were just having their boss, like, they would be like, okay, because we want to show you guys
That we trust it.
that we trust it. So the boss was actually standing in front of the car.
Like the CEO.
And yeah, the CEO. And then the car just like, they started, and the car did not stop. They sensed him, but they did not. The
was
car
going
did not
slow
stop.
though, right?
Yeah, it was going slow.
Okay, but
yeah,
still-
but he got hit.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, and then you just heard like the screaming, and
Oh my
the
God.
MC was like, ah, and then like it was just a mess.
That's not funny.
Yeah,
That's not. But
I'm sorry for laughing, guys,
I
but
mean, it was going slow.
yeah,
No one got
it was
hurt.
going slow. No one got
But
hurt.
it is kind of funny that they were like, "Oh, we're gonna prove it to you." This
Yeah.
is how, like, at a big expo, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, I guess we laughed because it's kind of embarrassing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like secondhand embarrassment.
So
Well, I hope that doesn't happen with this. It doesn't even say what company is like with the
Yeah.
car, but it said that it's gonna plan international testing by 2023.
yeah, so I'm sure by then more advanced technology would be
Totally. Yeah.
being out there, but we'll see. Would you like to be on it?
I don't know if I would like to. No.
No.
I was
right?
gonna finish that sentence being like, I don't know if I want to be in the passenger. I mean, if I were in the driver's seat, I feel like I would be a little bit more at peace. Like if I
'Cause
had,
If you need a control, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I would feel weird being in the driver's seat and not doing anything. Like when I'm on the highway,
Mhm.
if I'm going for like more than 10 minutes on the highway, like sometimes I'll put on cruise control and it'll
Yeah.
like hold your
Yeah.
your speed. But even then, I don't love being on cruise control.
I don't even do that.
It's not because I'm driving. It's because
Yeah.
there are other people who are like, like riding my tail and they're trying to get in front of me, or there are
Yeah.
other people who are going slow, and then I have to like suddenly brake.
Yeah.
I really don't. I also just don't like driving.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I like it.
Not in New York, in New
Of
Jersey.
course, not here. Yeah, but
in San Diego, that's where I learned to drive. Actually,
Yeah.
great place to learn to drive.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, well, if I'm in the Midwest, like if I'm going, going on a road trip, and then it's only me, our car on the road, I would do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
But if you're responsible for other people,
Yes.
I feel like, yeah.
Like in New York City, I don't think if I
I don't even take Ubers anymore in New York City.
really.
Like, unless I'm like running super late and that's the fastest thing that's gonna get me there.
Yeah.
Or
Or if it's too late.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I'm like babysitting, they'll like call me like a
Yeah.
lift
Or
home.
it's where it's like 2 a.m.
Right, and there's no
and-
one on the roads.
yeah.
Yes, but during the day, I just feel like it's not even like worth it. There's so many,
'Cause if you take the train, it's even
It's
faster.
faster. way cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, the monthly subway has gone up
Yep.
a lot. I
I
know.
know.
I know.
I remember the first time when I visited New York. It was 9 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember paying like 100, like 110, something like that, or
For a monthly?
116, something like
Now
that.
it's 128.
Yeah,
Crazy.
132.
What? When?
Or is it 127 or one?
I think it's 128 right now, or 127. If it goes up to 132,
I might be wrong, but
wow. Anywho,
yeah.
we that's just tangent, but back to technology. Isn't there a now like a not a high speed railroad, but it's a big highway that connects China with Hong Kong, or is it China and Taiwan?
Not China and Taiwan, but oh, I'm
My
so
cousin
bad.
my cousin was talking about it because he was thinking of taking it. What's the bridge between? I think it's not Shandong. What is the this is so bad that I can't even think of it. China and Hong Kong.
Because China and Hong Kong is attached to each other.
Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau Bridge.
Oh.
Yeah. This
Hong
was
Kong,
last
Macau.
fall. Oh, so this was a while ago. But I haven't seen it yet. But look at that. Isn't that wild?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we'll post a pic of that. 34 miles. It crosses
Uh-huh.
the Pearl River Delta to Hong Kong and Macau with the mainland city of Zhuhai in China.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's another thing that I feel like is just happening all the time. Just like new bridges, new
Yeah.
cars, new high speed. It's just everything is faster
Yeah.
and more efficient in China.
Wow, that's so cool. And actually, the aesthetic of the bridge
It's
looks really
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, it's not just like a
Right.
big thing
Yeah.
there, you know.
Like, could you imagine like a big bridge from like Florida to Puerto Rico? I mean, it's a little farther, right? But like, can you
Yeah.
imagine?
I mean, that might be possible in the future.
I
Who
feel like it
knows?
would take years. Like that, I
Yeah.
feel like just all of a sudden popped up, and
Yeah, it's like
you're like, oh, okay, China.
here's a new thing.
Yeah, here's a new bridge.
thing.
Here's a new self-chiming car.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what a time to be alive.
Yeah, we're just lucky that we are witnessing so many development and
Yeah,
new trends and
Yeah.
things.
I think they just lost the first 5G smartphone in China too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't hear
I
about
think it
it.
was Samsung.
Wow.
Anyway, we are at time, but
Ooh.
next week, Rob will still not be back, but we're going to air a different episode that we pre-filmed. And once Rob is back, we're going to be talking about some of the suggestions that we've seen in the comments. Thank you so much. We do see them. We are listening. We got a request to talk about the new Netflix series, Wu Assassins.
Oh, I saw the trailer.
You
It
did?
looks so cool.
I saw the trailer too. I haven't seen the episode yet because I've been
Neither.
waiting to watch it with Rob, but we're going to watch it and then we're going to do our review. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Loved having
it's
you.
So fun.
We would love to have you again next time
Of course.
with either Rob or I.
And Coachella.
Yes.
We need to have a special,
A review for the Chinese. For
the triplets of us.
Yeah.
Being a
Finger fair.
Yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. So yeah, follow us on CHINOSITY News on Instagram, CHINOSITY everywhere else, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Nice job.
Yay.
You're such a better high fiver than Rob.
Is this
Don't
recorded?
tell him I said no. We're gonna cut that out.
No, we can't cut this. I'm just kidding.